Grow a Garden, a game that took over Roblox by storm, being the fastest one to reach 1 million live active users and nearly 1 billion visits. As a developer, this left me wondered, can I remake it and scale it to thousands of players? Alright, this is how the game looks so far, and you might wonder why it's already kind of done. Well, I scripted the main gameplay in my previous video, but the game is far from being completed, and there is one major bug. If you pull out an auto clicker and try planting seeds, it's going to break the system, and you'll end up with this visual bug. I tried to fix it by adding ED bounds. Let's see if this solves it. Adding ED bounds didn't solve anything. The problem is that this seed doesn't get destroyed from my inventory, but only gets removed from the data. And because of that, there is a visual bug that I still have 3 vines. I think I know a fix for this. It was pretty simple. I had to check if the seed was in the player's character or backpack. This was probably one of the biggest bugs that stopped this game from achieving nice stats, and now it's completely fixed. This game needs more mutations, and I asked AI for some ideas. I'm going to add a rainbow and shadow mutation. Trust me, these will look really cool. Okay, I believe these new rarities should work, and let's try getting a rainbow. Yo, it looks so cool. This animation works really well. This will probably make the players grind even more. But now let me try getting the shadow version, which shouldn't be that rare. Okay, there we go. I also got the shadow version, which looks insane as well. My garden turned into a disco party. It looks amazing. I made a new crop that I later used in a thumbnail, which performed insanely good. Apart from making this crop, I also have to configure it by adding its grow time, minimum and maximum weight, and price. I also made a seed for it. So this new crop should work. Let me go ahead and buy its seed, and let's plant it in my garden. I think I forgot to anchor it. Why am I even floating? Yeah, that was unexpected. I easily fixed it and got a rainbow version of this crop, and it's worth over 7 million gold ingots. Since I'm copying Grow a Garden, I might as well copy its monetization, so I added a sign that allows you to skip the growing process. Of course, I also had to make it work, which was a bit complicated. But you know what's not complicated? Using game templates that are available on my website. For example, take a look at this Obby kid. You can choose how many stages you want and simply click play. All the work is done for you. Apart from this kid, there are also 3D assets that can be used to create stunning maps. For more details, visit my website, linked in the video's description. Okay, so the instant growth feature should work. Let me go ahead and plant a couple of seeds. These are some big crops that usually would take days to grow, but if I go ahead and pay a little bit of Robux, as you can see, they instantly grow. Instead of scaling them to the full sizes, I added the animation that shows how they grow really fast, and I think that looks pretty cool. But there is a problem. If you have nothing on your garden, you can still buy it, but I guess this is the player's problem. I don't know how to really solve this. The next thing that I want to make are events, and for that I made a day and night cycle. With a couple lines of code, now there is a working day and night cycle. As you can see, the sun is slowly going down. But I want to add multiple events where there is an increased luck for rainbow crops, increased luck for transparent crops, and etc. I created a new table that is going to hold all the event data and scripted a couple of functions that will make my life way easier. The event system works, well, sort of, it's only in the data. As you can see, it randomly picks an event and there is a 50% chance that nothing happens. A new one gets picked every morning at 6 AM. If you're wondering why the time is so fast, it's just for testing. There's currently no way to know which event is active, so I created a small GUI and animated it using tweens. Okay, this notification system should work, and there it is. The golden event is active. Currently, getting golden crops is 4 times easier until a new event appears. Okay, I got the rarest one, which is the rainbow. This one is going to be really good. So just like in other games, I wanted those little icons in the bottom left corner of your screen. So I figured, why not let ChatGPT do all the work for me? I got some icons, but I still had to script them. I found a plugin that allows you to create realistic rain, and with that, an idea sparked inside of my head. I made a possibility that rain will occur. Let's see how it looks. Okay, so now there should be a new event, which is rainy. Okay, for some reason I'm getting the rarest ones. The chances might be a little bit rigged. Okay, finally, here's the rainy event, and as you can see, rain is falling down from the sky. I don't know why it's not disabling, there are some bugs. I fixed them off camera and decided to make one more crop. If you can't already guess what it is, it's going to be a palm tree. I added some piles of money and tested it out. I just finished building a palm tree. Let me go ahead and buy a seed. I forgot to make one. I made the seed very simple and configured it to work in the shop. Okay, now the palm seed should show up, and there it is. Good thing I have infinite Robux and I can just buy it. I got 2 of them and let me go ahead and plant it. Oh my god, it's going to be huge. I'll quickly skip its growth process and there they are. Insanely big. My garden is starting to turn into a hobby. I can do parkour. Since Grow a Garden has quite a bit of monetization, I will add something as well. It's going to be a special offer, and for that I made this icon. You'll be able to get 2 seeds for 80% off. It's not a marketing scheme, it's actually 80% off. I added the limited time seed pack that'll be gone forever in 5 minutes if you don't buy it. Grow a Garden uses other monetization tactics, but I think this one will work better because it creates pressure. For some reason it doesn't work, but from the looks of it, I just misspelled the name. Alright, I'm finally done with this game and I can start launching ads. But before I do that, I made a thumbnail that worked way better than I expected. I spent 16 ad credits and launched the ad. I will come back in 24 hours to check the results. It's about midnight and looking at the stats, one thing catches my eye. It's the click-through rate, which is almost 3%, which is insanely good. The play rate is also really high and I have only spent 3 ad credits. I have around 13 left. I couldn't resist not checking, but now for real. So it's been around 24 hours and the ad is about to stop running. I didn't get as much impressions as I usually do, but I got an insane click-through rate which drove in way more plays. Currently the game is sitting at 15 active players and these stats are horrible because it's before I launched the ads. Now they're slowly improving. The game is sitting at 15 players and these stats are complete garbage. No one really wanted to buy anything and the playtime and retention is really bad. But this is for May 10th, it's one day before I launch the ads, so tomorrow the stats probably will be a lot better. Did I really achieve Grow a Garden's success? Of course no. The true reality is that most of the big games are bought by huge companies, which then advertise them to the maximum capacity. However, I was still able to grow a small community and achieve some success. Whatever you're doing in life, please don't stop. Continue growing and success will follow you. I would appreciate if you could smash that subscribe button. Hopefully you guys enjoyed, have a great rest of your day, and peace.